Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. I just filmed my September wrap up if you're wondering why I look exactly the same as I did in that video. Yes. Oh my god, I'm hiccuping. Today we are going to be doing the ultimate bookish video. I've seen a few booktubers do this where they do a bunch of bookish things all in one video. Okay, so I have a few bookish things that I want to do. I have a book haul to show you guys. Just books I've bought over the past few weeks. I've bought quite a few, and I was like, why not turn it into a little haul? I need to update my reading journal. I might also be going to the bookstore. We'll see. We might have a book shopping element as well. So we'll see about that. But yeah, I thought I'd take you guys along as I do some bookish things. I guess let's get into the reading journal. Hey besties. So it's been a few days since I last talked to you guys, but I wanted to give you an update on what I did in my reading journal. I started off by just updating some of my spreads that I already had. I filled in my monthly favorite spreads. I hadn't done it for the past 3 months. So July we had Reckless by Lauren Roberts. August we had Magnolia Parks. And then September I had Reckless by Elsie Silver. So then I just updated. What else did I update? I updated my series tracker a little bit. I continued a few series last month, so I went ahead and updated that. Filled in my book tracker spread. So then on my September TBR page, I updated the books that I read. So I had their star prediction and then what I actually gave them. I read 3 of the 6 books on my TBR in the past September. So yeah, as you can see, yeah. Then I did my September wrap up spread. There's actually a lot going on. It's 2 pages because I had a lot to put on here. But I have my analytics first on the first page. And then I have my favorite read, Reckless, down there. A little bit of a review, then just the star ratings of the 10 books that I read in September. Okay, now we get on to the pages that took a hot minute. I had my fall TBR that I wanted to put into my journal. There's 19 books, I believe. I put little boxes to color them in as I finish books on the TBR. And when I was making this, I had already read one of the books, so I went ahead and filled that in. And then I have my October TBR. We went with pumpkin themes. I have 8 books. One book is actually a book I read in my best friend and I's book club. So yeah, I have the books and their predicted readings. Most of them are well, okay, I guess they're not most of them. There's 3, 4, and 5-star predictions. So hopefully they actually are that or better. Who knows? It could be a really good reading month and I just don't know yet. Okay, that's what I did on the reading journal. Now I'm gonna give you guys a bit of a book haul because I've done a decent amount of book shopping over the past few weeks, more than I probably should have. But, I'm really excited to read all these books. Okay, this pile of books is really tall. I had to stand up because it's too tall. So I'm gonna go through them. I separated them out by romance and fantasy, and then there's also like a dark academia one in here. So, wait, how many books is this? Wait, let me count. um, this is 19 books. I will be working on not buying as many books. A bunch of these books are on my fall TBR, so they should be getting read ASAP. Okay, I'm gonna start with the romance. So first up, we have The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I actually got this more recently because I'd been looking for it for literally, I don't know, ever. And Barnes and Noble and everywhere was like sold out of it, and I'd been wanting it so badly. And then I went, and they had finally had them in stock, and they had one sitting on the table. So I grabbed it, and the lady behind the counter was like, "Yeah, we've been sold out for a hot minute." So I'm really excited to read this one. This is on my fall TBR, so very exciting. Okay, next up we actually have like a duology. This is The Match and the Enemy by Sarah Adams. These are like the new covers that like she just came out with. I think it's the It Happened in Charleston duology, I think. But they seem really cute. I really like Sarah Adams' writing, so I'm excited to like read these and get into these. I don't know if these will be read like more soon or not because yeah, but I think these could really be read like at any time. So okay, this next one, if you watched my October TBR video, you saw that I put the second book in the series on my TBR, but I did end up getting No More Secrets by Lucy Score. This is the first book in the Blue Moon series. I think it's getting like new covers or being republished or something. I'm not 100% sure on what the deal is with it, but I wanted to get the first book. This is actually the Barnes exclusive, so it's like looks a little different than the regular cover. But I'm excited to get into this series because the books aren't too long. A lot of Lucy Score's books are really long and these aren't that long, so I'm excited to like get into these and stuff. Okay, next up are two very popular Lynn Painter books, and I owned maybe both of them, but the Barnes and Noble up here that's close to me had like a table of these like new editions that were just released, paperback editions. So I have Better Than the Movies, and it has like these sprayed edges. It has like a little a boom box on there. I'm really excited. I know Nothing Like the Movies just came out, and I actually ordered the Barnes exclusive of that, so I will be reading this soon, very soon, hopefully. I'm really excited to read this. But in addition to that, I did get the paperback Barnes and Noble exclusive of Betting on You. Um, and look at the sprayed edges. They're like pink hearts and they're super cute. But I'm excited to read this too. So both of these. Hopefully I'll be reading one of them really soon. Okay, I think my last romance I got Consider Me by Becca Mack. I don't know if it's been like republished, traditionally published, or if it's just getting new covers, but this is a 4 book hockey romance series, I think. The Playing for Keeps. I'd been eyeing this one for a while and been wanting to get it. And then I was just standing in the bookstore and like started reading it and was like, wait, I'm actually really enjoying this. So I decided to go ahead and get it, as me buying most books goes. Okay, the next 2 books I got are actually the same book. They're just 2 different editions. So this is If We Were Villains by ML Rio. I got the typical like regular, I think the US edition that's just like the black cover and stuff, which I really like this edition. However, this edition really caught my eye because I know they're like Shakespearean actors, and the swords and then the red sprayed edges. I just really liked this cover a lot. And I got these on the like buy one get one half off table, so I had to get both of them. think half my pile, more than half my pile, was fantasy. So we're just gonna go into that. This may be a bit of a surprise, but I've never read the Harry Potter series like in full. Like I read the first book in middle school and did like a project or report on it or something. But I don't really remember much about the book specifically. I'm a huge fan of the franchise and the Wizarding World, and I love the Harry Potter series and stuff, the film series. And I know the books are better. I just haven't read them yet. I'm currently doing my rewatch of the Harry Potter films and really want to read the books. So I picked up this edition of the first book, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and I had to get this edition because the sprayed edges are like the Gryffindor red color and they have gold snitches on it, golden snitches. So I had to get this one. But I do want to read the Harry Potter series very soon because it is the perfect time of year for that. So hopefully I'll be putting out something about me reading that soon and you guys can hear my thoughts on the series. Very excited for that. Next is a fantasy novel that has honestly been blowing up on like booktube and book talk and everyone's talking about it right now. That is Phantasma. I don't remember what the duology is called, but this I believe came out the beginning of September and it's described as Throne of the Fallen meets Caraval, and everyone that's read it has absolutely loved it. So I had to get it. I was very excited when I saw it in stores because I hadn't seen it until, I don't know, like the end of September, and I was very ecstatic about this one. This is on my fall TBR, so I am hopefully reading this within the next few months. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, next will be the reason of why I did not read Harry Potter as a kid. So my next book is the new book in the Percy Jackson series. This is Percy Jackson, Wrath of the Triple Goddess. It's part of their like his like senior year adventures. These are the new books that Rick Riordan is releasing that like follow the events of Heroes of Olympus. I was a Percy Jackson child, read all the Percy Jackson books, read all the Heroes of Olympus books, and so I've been reading the books that he's been coming out with that follow the events of that. I'm very excited. I pre-ordered it and was able to get it with the like bright, vibrant orange sprayed edges, and I'm very excited about that. I hopefully will be reading this very soon because it'll be like an easy read and it's so nostalgic for me. I absolutely love the Percy Jackson series, so hopefully soon. Okay, the next book I got on a bit of a whim. I didn't plan to get it, but I had seen it like on Goodreads and had wanted to get it, put it on my want to read, and that is The 13th Child by Aaron A. Craig. I think Aaron A. Craig also wrote the House of Salt and Sorrows like series. To be honest, I'm not too sure about what this is about. I know it's like a gothic romantasy dealio, but I thought it was gorgeous and it has the gold sprayed edges, which I think are just stunning. I think I did put this on my fall TBR. I'm not 100% sure. There's a lot of books on there. That's why I like them. I check them off as I go. But I think I do want to read this like sometime in the next few months because it kind of gives those vibes. So, okay, the next book I got is Six Scorched Roses by Carissa Broadbent. This is like the novella that comes between the two books in the Nightborn duet that are part of the Crowns of Neaxia series that she's writing. I actually got this version from Target. It has like a little bookmark and everything, but it's printed like onto the actual hardcover and it's like more purple than the regular cover. And I think it has like additional content in the back. I'm not 100% sure, but I thought this version was stunning and I really want to read that series soon. I actually put The Serpent and the Wings of Night on my fall TBR, so hopefully I will be reading that very soon. I think vampires are just the perfect thing to read in October. So hopefully I will be reading that very soon. Okay, the next book I've been wanting to read for a hot minute. Well, more than a hot minute. My best friend actually read it and seriously enjoyed the book, so I just saw it at the store, decided to purchase it. We have The Ever King by L.J. Andrews. This is the first book in the Everseas trilogy. I think it's a trilogy, but it's like a pirate romantasy dealio. I'm very excited to read this because I've heard some pretty good things about this. I was very excited when I saw it at the store. I don't know too much about it. All I know is that people enjoyed it. So we're sticking with that. We're sticking with that. I don't know if I put this on my TBR or not for fall. I honestly have no idea. Okay, this next book, I've seen people talk about like when they've purchased the book, but I haven't seen anyone like read it and rate it and review it. But I was reading the synopsis and it seems really fascinating to me. It's called Immortal Dark by Tigest Gurma. I apologize if I butchered the name. Um, but I think it's like a vampire. I'm not 100% sure. I know there's like a school of sorts, a university, if you will. It's a YA romantasy. I think there's romance. I think it's a fantasy romance. But honestly, the cover is just so striking to me, and the sprayed edges kind of really just drew my attention. And I was like, that kind of sounds really good and like right up my alley. And I did put this on my fall TBR. So hopefully I'll be reading this very soon. Next up, a book that I've been pushing off purchasing for like a long time. I remember seeing it like when it came out in stores. I've purchased Sweet Nightmare by Tracy Wolff. This is like a spin-off series to her Crave series. It takes place in the same universe, just at a different academy, and it's like a paranormal fantasy YA. Actually, is it YA? I'm not 100% sure. And I think there's romance. Not 100% sure on that either. But the whole like academy deal really intrigued me. I really like reading like the supernatural paranormal academy situation, so excited to read this. I did put it on my fall TBR, but I don't know when I'm going to get to it. So, next up, we have a more recent release. I saw it at Target. I originally was like going to hold off on getting it, but then I started reading the synopsis and was really intrigued by it and was like, So I did end up purchasing it. I got Air by Sabah Tahir. It's the first book in the Air duology. This is her like new duology. If you don't know, she wrote the An Ember in the Ashes series. Honestly, I don't remember what this one's about, but I remember reading it and thinking, oh, that's really interesting and seems really good and enjoyable. But I couldn't tell you what it's about right now. An orphan, an outcast, a prince, and a killer who will bring an empire to its knees. That's all I need to know. Sounds fascinating enough to me. The last book that I have in this little book haul is a book I am so excited for. I've been thinking about purchasing this book for like months now, and then I found out it was going to be traditionally published, so then I decided to wait and hold off. And I saw it at the bookstore, and it's traditionally published now, and it makes me so excited. Spark of the Everflame. This is the first book in the Kindred. This is the first book in the Kindred Curse saga. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this. I've heard this basically marketed as like a book that any romantasy lover should read. So I'm very excited to read it. I do know it's a slow burn. Only the first two books currently are being traditionally published, but I know the third and fourth will end up being published. But I am very excited to read this book. I've been like itching to pick this up. And I did put this on my fall TBR, so hopefully I will be reading this fall because I'm super excited about it. So this is everything in my book haul. There's a lot of books. It's very hard to hold. That's why I'm struggling right now. Okay. I'm gonna like take down this massive pile because I'm pretty sure it's gonna fall over if I don't. Okay, besties, I hope you enjoyed this video of me doing bookish things. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button and leave a comment down below, maybe about what your favorite part of the video is. Let me know if you've read any of the books that are on my TBR, what your thoughts of them were, if there are any I should read sooner than others. I will be probably making my way through my fall TBR faster than some of the others that are not on my fall TBR. But you never know. I could have a wild hair and decide to do something else. But make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the little notification bell for any updates on any of my content, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Bye guys.